evening. Welcome home. My name is Daniel Brower. I use he, she, or they pronouns, and I am the transitional minister at First Christian Church of Decatur. Welcome to our 601 Wednesday midweek meditation. If you will observe, I am not on the Christmas tree lot. Now, this does not mean that we have no more Christmas trees to sell. It just means we're now selling them during the day rather than at night because the peak season is almost over. But we still have a couple of trees left, so if you still haven't gotten your tree, or you've got your tree and you just want to donate one, there's still time for that. You can stop by during office hours, which are correct 9 to 3 on weekdays, to purchase a tree, which are still discounted by 20% at least. So, just throwing that out there. But that is not what I came to talk about today. Christmas is a week away. I feel like I should know that, but I hate to tell you that when God calls you to be a minister, He doesn't automatically give you a sense for the liturgical calendar or a real calendar or a clock. So I'm just going off of my bad memory. But I think Christmas is a week away. And the other day, I saw on Facebook a picture of a grocery store candy aisle already putting out Easter candy. And the caption was very humorously, "He's not even born yet and you're trying to kill him." Earlier today, when we were talking about what to possibly put on the marquee, Quinn came up with something very clever and was like, "That's for Easter." Wait, we can't talk about Easter yet. It's not even Christmas. And, you know, a lot of times I feel like Easter kind of overwhelms Christmas. I mean, commercially, Christmas is the big one, right? That's the one where everyone gets all the gifts and gets all the time off and the yada, etc. But when it comes to, like, stuff that the church really, like, jumps up and down on and celebrates, it's pretty much Easter. We're all about the sacrifice, and that we commemorate the Last Supper every single Sunday at the table. The resurrection is alive and well among us, even to this day. I sat in a sermon one time, Christmas sermon, and the minister was like, "And that is why Jesus died. Was born." Because we get so fixated on the death part that we forget what the birth part means. And I was thinking about it the other day, and the birth of Christ was kind of like a death if you think about it. In Philippians, the oldest hymn in the Bible, right, or the New Testament, Jesus, though he was God, did not cling to his rights as God, but laid aside his mighty power and glory, and took on the form of a servant, and became like man. When Jesus was born, he lost a lot of things. The divine power and sense and might got wrapped up in this really relatively fragile mortal shell. And God found out what it was like to be a person. No wonder we don't talk about that as much, because that is a bizarre thing to think about, right? God with us, and not just God with us, God one of us. Down here, to eat and sleep and get dirty and get hurt and, yes, die. But first, he had to be born. And it means so much that the creator of the universe was willing to do this. It's incredible to even think about. And it gets a little lost, in the gift giving and the time off and the travel to family and, yes, even in the Christmas tree sale. But as we're winding down on the busy bye parts, and we're coming up on the actual days of the celebration of the birth of the living God, I encourage you to take a minute and just think about all of the implications. What does it mean that God came to be with us? And if we meant enough for God to be with us, what does that mean for how we are to be with one another? We've been exploring this Advent season what it means to be part of each other, to worship with one another in different and interesting ways. We partnered with our sister church over at Gentle Spirit. We partnered with our sister church over at Unity Fellowship. And this Sunday we'll be partnering with our sister church at Mercy Community Church. And we'll learn new ways of being with one another. Are they all comfortable? No. You think it was comfortable for God to get into a human body? Absolutely not. Sometimes being with one another means doing something new. Means giving something up. Means being together with. I hope that this season you're able to be together with the people that you love. And together with us at First Christian Church of Decatur, if that's what you want. We are having a joint service with Mercy Community Church, like I just said, Sunday morning at our normal time of 10:25-ish. You know how we are. We get to talking and fellowshipping, and up next thing you know, it's 10:45, and oh my goodness, we should probably start. But 10 Sunday morning, we'll be there, and I hope you will be too. If you are looking for a Christmas Eve service, our Christmas Eve service, we're just having one this year. It's going to be at 6 p.m. And then we'll be in the Christmas season officially. You know it doesn't end on Christmas, right? There are 12 whole days of Christmastide, and then it's Epiphany, and it's a whole liturgical thing. I encourage you to look it up. Or don't. Just come and experience it with us. I hope to see you there. Or online. Or whatever. But hey, you know what? If not, just remember, God made you special. God loves you very much. And so do I. Have a good night, everyone.